Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy day after Christmas. I hope you had an amazing day yesterday with family and friends. And perhaps your Christmas season isn't over. But regardless, it is time for just a word from the Word. Our passage this morning comes from the book of Psalms, Psalm 130 and verse 5. And I'm reading from the King James Version. Here's what it says: I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. In the in between. I've lived long enough. Sometimes it's not quite long enough. I'm taking my glasses off because I don't like the glare, but I can't see you, so here we go. Um, I in the in between. I have lived long enough to see the goodness of the Lord and his beauty and his amazing glory. I've lived long enough to, be on the mountain with Jesus. And I've lived long enough to walk in the valley with him, even the valley of the shadow of death. I've lived long enough to walk through the highs and through the lows. And what I have learned is your word from the word this morning. I love the mountaintops. I love it when things are going great. I love it when everything just seems to align and it's amazing, and every prayer that you pray, and it just seems like God answers immediately. Um, and everybody not just praying for your own needs, but you're seeing God move in the needs of others, and you know that in at least some small part, God used your prayers. I've walked in those places. They're amazing places. I've walked in valleys so low that I had to look up to see bottom. Um, I remember um, my mom died October 5th of 2012, and dad died almost to the day 6 months later, April 3rd, 2013. That was a deep, dark valley. Dad had Alzheimer's. We still don't know for sure, mom, but by all indications, she had colon cancer, and that's a story. But to walk through cancer, we're assuming that that's what happened, and through Alzheimer's, was a deep, deep valley. It's walking through the shadow of death. I've been in the lowest of lows. I've been low personally, where um, it was just rough, and I won't give any more glory to that, other than to say that God was faithful in those deep valleys. On the mountaintop, you're shouting. In the valley, you're praying. But I don't want to talk about either one of those places. It's the plateaus. It's the middle ground that can get really discouraging. It's those places in between the valleys and the mountains that I have found that can really trip you up. Here's what I've learned. If I will do, and if you will do what the psalmist said, to wait on the Lord, to put your hope and your trust in Jesus, in those in-between times, that'll make the mountaintops so much sweeter. And that'll make the valleys so much deeper. And so I thought of this because yesterday was Christmas. New Year's is this Thursday. It's coming Thursday. And there's this odd week in between both of them that can be a little weird if we're not careful. We have the high of Christmas, the joy of New Year's. But sometimes that week in between can be a hurry up and wait kind of time. We had a big thing for Christmas and now we're going to have a big thing for New Year's, but what do you do those 7 days in between? Let me tell you what to do. Wait on the Lord. Put your hope and your trust in Him. He will guide your steps. He will order your conversations. But in those in-between times, that's the time where your faith really does shine. It's where your faith is grown. I used to think faith was grown in the valleys. And it is. You grow from trouble. But the proof of that growth is in those in-between times. What do you do until the Lord opens up the next door, until the Lord gives you your next set of instructions? What do you do in the in-between times? Wait on the Lord. And that is your word from the Word this morning. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Have an amazing weekend. And Lord willing, we'll see you Monday morning. God bless you.